A gentleman outside the church explained that the church was closed, likely due to the Easter and Holy Week festivities that had just happened. But here's the view. Okay, y'all, we ended up at the most amazing place for lunch. It's like a teeny hole in the wall. A lot of restaurants in Puebla were originally houses and they've been converted into like restaurants or hotels. They're super trendy. I was blown away by how beautiful these restaurants and hotels were. So we ended up at this one in Atlixco. I'll put their name here and I'll also try and stick their Instagram handle down below. Go give them some love. They were amazing. They use all like local natural ingredients and their dishes were spectacular, like super high gastronomy, local dishes of Puebla, but like ridiculously good. So enjoy seeing these beautiful pictures and go eat there if you get the chance. They were awesome. This is simply a clip of us driving out of Atlixco. I like to do this when I travel. I like taking short clips of transportation and drives to and from places just to give a little more context of the journey and where we are. So in a sec, you'll probably see some highway driving as well, so just to see the landscape. So on our last morning in Cholula, we went out for quesadillas for breakfast, and the woman who was making them for us generously let me film the process for you guys, which was so cool of her. So here are fresh tortillas, literally hot off the press. This was so cool.
Se venden pericos australianos.
Ya sabes, sabe.
These next clips and the one prior showcase us driving from Cholula into Mexico City. So I just wanted to record what the drive looked like, what highway driving was like, some of the things that you could see on the way, including that volcano, which was pretty cool. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. But yeah, the countryside, you could see farms, mountains, towns. And then these next two clips, you're going to see us getting into the city with like the housing all close together. A lot of it was like on hillsides, kind of. I guess you could call it mountainous, and then just the beautiful greenery and the kind of the park areas. So if you're not familiar with what this is, here's my very short summary. In the year 1531, in this exact area of Mexico, the Blessed Virgin Mary appeared to an indigenous man named Juan Diego. Juan Diego was a convert to the Catholic faith, and Mary appeared to him asking that a church be built, and she left her image on his cloak as a sign of their meetings when the bishop was ultimately doubtful that any of this had happened. So this image on the cloak is preserved in the Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe. You can visit it. It is incredible to see. It is the original image, the original cloak, and it should have deteriorated by now because it's nearly 500 years old.
Las flores son para el náhuatl, flor y canto es Dios habla en la belleza. Entonces, en esas flores, todas que tienen un rostro, si vemos los ojos, la nariz, la boca y el corazón. El rostro y el corazón para la cultura náhuatl es la persona humana. Pero cuando viene esto y ven ellos la imagen, porque ellos son pictográficos, su lectura es pictográfica, no es escrita como la nuestra. Para ellos está diciendo la nueva cultura, la cultura del fraile, que está consagrado a la Virgen, al fraile español, al cristianismo, es donde vas a florecer. Pues, ella sí es una mujer poderosa, pero también ella reconoce que hay alguien más superior porque ella está inclinando la cabeza.
So here's my transcription of what Padre Pedro said in English. So he's talking about Mary's dress and how there's flowers on her dress, but the flowers are in the shape of a human face with a heart. And for the Aztecs, who had a pictographic language, so a language based on pictures, this meant a human person. He then goes on to explain how basically this image helped the Aztecs understand that where they were going to flourish was with the new religion that came with the Spanish, so that these images invited them into this religion. And he ends it by saying that Mary also in this picture acknowledges that there is one superior to even her. So she's powerful in this picture, but there's one even more powerful than she, because she herself is inclining or bowing her head. I just want to take a moment and say that was one of the hardest transcriptions I have ever had to do in my life. Padre Pedro was lovely, but his Spanish was very difficult for me to understand. It took me a long time to do that transcription, so I'm really proud of myself, and I hope you all learned something.
Hola niños, hi. We are in el Cerro del Tepeyac. This is the area where Our Lady of Guadalupe appeared to San Juan Diego. So we're gonna start going up to the church up there, but all of this area is holy ground. Our Lady of Guadalupe appeared here to San Juan Diego.
Alright, llegamos everybody. We did it.
Mexico City behind.
It's beautiful. México lindo y querido. Aquí está con la Virgen. Yay. Alright, now we gotta go down. It's closing.